Welcome back to the Take a Sip podcast. My name's Tito.
And I'm Leche.
And to start off this week, Leche, what are you sipping on?
Since it's a morning episode, I'm drinking some hot coffee. Just regular hot coffee, no creamer, special, anything like that. What about yourself, man?
Well, you're drinking a hot coffee. I'm drinking an iced coffee.
Man, I wish I could make iced coffee at home, but that's a process.
Well, all I do is literally just make hot. Quick, I just make a regular hot coffee.
Just freeze it?
And then I just shove it in the freezer if I want to like cold super quick. And if I have time to like wait, I'll just put it in the regular fridge.
Damn, dude, I want to do that for later. I'm gonna make like a big batch and I'd be wanting a hot like iced coffees because it gets hot in my room and stuff like that. So it would be nice to make iced coffees and shit.
When I go to work, that's what I do. Instead of going to Dunkin' Donuts every morning, I just
Gives you a lot of
that too. But I'll just make coffee and shove it in the fridge right before I go to sleep. And by the time I wake up, it's nice and cold, and I just put it in my cup to take.
That's smart, dude. Honestly, that's really good.
Yeah. And I wake up with enough time to eat at home. That way I don't get hungry either for breakfast or anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Adulting tips, if you guys need to know.
Adulting tips 101.
How to save a few bucks for breakfast.
I think we've been out of school long enough to know how to adult a little bit
better than before. Yes.
Ask me how to do stuff 5 years ago that I know now, I wouldn't be able to do it. For sure.
I still haven't used the fact that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Still haven't found a use for that, but I'll find it one day.
One day.
One day.
All right, folks. And this week we actually have a lot, and I mean a lot to talk about from a wide range of games and a few like one or two TV shows and movies and stuff. So, I mean, the first few might not hit everybody, but we'll still pull out the news as we see it. That a few days ago, as of this recording, Netflix announced a Cuphead original series show. And just from the little teaser trailer that we saw, we did get our main antagonist from the video game, King Dice, who was voiced by the one and only Wayne Brady. I fucking love Wayne Brady. He's so funny. He's so quick-witted. Like and to see him just voice this character that a lot of people are so used to, like from the game, it's definitely cool to see.
Oh yeah, it'll be interesting. I feel like this is gonna play out just like it almost has the same vibes as like old Looney Tune cartoons, but it's a little bit more dark humored because, you know, the world that they're in and stuff like the devil's real and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they make deals with stuff like that. It's like Supernatural meets Looney Tunes and shit. So,
well, I mean, the whole premise of the game is you're fetching souls for the devil.
So it's like it's not a lighthearted, you know.
Which is which is why it's going to Netflix, because Netflix has such a wide range of darkness to humor to kid stuff and all that stuff. And there's still no set plot, I believe, to the series. Well, they obviously have a plot or whatever. But from what I was able to gather and dig up, the Cuphead show will be dealing a little bit with what was prequel to the game. So leading up to how they Cuphead and Mughead led up to making the deal with the devil and King Dice and
the whole casino situation, and
pretty much
spoiling the whole game, you know, just the premise of the game.
Well, if you haven't played it, which I mean, it was released in 2017. Where have you been? Like that, and it's still like going off. I've still seen people like just getting to the game now, and it still holds up. It's still very difficult. even on its most basic level, is still very difficult.
Like we said, like it's gonna be interesting. I just want to know what the plot is. Like you said, it's prequel. Mm-hmm. Just what made them go into the casino and all that stuff.
What fully happened?
Yeah, and of course they're gonna go like expand the world from what the video game already has. So it would be cool to see those characters like interact with each other inside the show, and then like later down the line Cuphead and Mughead end up like killing them or whatever, to get their souls and stuff. So maybe
save their own souls. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how that leads up to that.
Definitely. And moving on, Overwatch, aka Blizzard Activision. So we obviously know what's been happening with them, the whole lawsuit and stuff. Recently, I haven't found out any more news about it, but I will still be keeping an eye on that. But just recently, obviously, Activision's Blizzard, one of their most common games right now is Overwatch. And if you haven't watched, they do have an Overwatch League. Obviously, different teams, different players, battling it out to see which team is better, who has better skills and all that stuff. But just recently, Overwatch League has been losing a lot of sponsors. Their most recent ones have been Kellogg's and State Farm, and Coca-Cola is on the verge of dropping them. And I do believe there is more of their sponsors to be dropping them soon.
I have my input on that for sure.
Oh, do you? Yeah, go ahead, take it.
I think they're losing sponsors because there's other games. For example, like I don't hear about Overwatch League, as much as I hear about the fucking Call of Duty League. There's no promotion. There's nothing about it. They don't put it into the mainstream. They don't announce anything for it, or at least that I'm aware of. Mm-hmm. I hear way more about Call of Duty leagues and stuff like that and tournaments. I even hear more about fucking Super Smash Bros. Freaking tournaments than I do them. It's kind of... That's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't heard anything. Like, I mean, that's why they're losing sponsors. They're not really doing anything. Like, nothing to promote. They're getting all these monies from all these sponsorships, but they're not doing anything with it.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, you've never been part of the Overwatch community, but I mean, the league is something I occasionally like to watch. Even when I worked at the restaurant, At one point, the Overwatch League was on the screens at my job, you get me? So I'm in the middle of cooking and watching the Overwatch League and like trying to explain it to one of the other managers and stuff. But I mean, the main reason, not just because it has gone down in popularity, but it is because of the lawsuit. The lawsuit definitely
Well, of course. I mean, you would lose people because of it. Like, I don't want to, support like the situation that's happening, especially like for Coca-Cola and Kellogg. Yeah. For them being like family oriented stuff.
Exactly.
Definitely I would understand for them backing out on them. Be like, oh no, like we don't want to associate ourselves with this company or this organization anymore and stuff like that because of his pronoun, Even if it's false allegations, like completely, like nobody wants to be part of that, Like no one wants to be
until everything's fully
as well
up
for them to supporting them and stuff. So completely understandable. I mean, it is business. Sorry to say it like that. Like, sorry, not sorry. Type of situation.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. And besides that, I also told you a couple weeks ago too, while covering the lawsuit, that one of the guys who did leave Activision Blizzard, who was accused, I don't know if falsely or if it is correct,
his name was going around.
His name being Jesse McCree, the one who got turned into one of the characters of the game. Still not sure on whether his allegations were correct or not. I will not put my input on that because I don't know. I don't want to accuse somebody and not have the full information. But what they will be doing, what Overwatch will be doing, is that they will be changing McCree's name in the game. and they will be creating extra lore, I believe, to back up why they're changing it. Probably making him like an undercover agent or something. So
they're changing it that like, wow, it got that bad, huh?
I guess so. So that'd be very interesting to see on how that goes and what type of story they come up for McCree if you are an Overwatch player.
It kind of sucks. Like, yeah, you thought this character was this one. Now they completely turned him on its head.
Yeah. And next up, Halo Infinite. We're finally got a release date for the campaign and the multiplayer.
Thank fuck, dude.
Yeah, no. Last time,
a lot of people were looking forward to like.
Yeah, last time we spoke about it. Yeah, last time we spoke about it was months ago. At this point, and it was just saying holiday 2021. There was still no set date, and now that we are reaching the last few months of the year, they finally put out a statement and a tweet that. On December 8th of 2021, Halo Infinite will be released on Steam and the Xbox Store and any Xbox, Microsoft type of shops that allow for gaming. So if you are a Halo fan, here you go.
Yeah, a little of this announcements for you. So December 8th, man, put it on the calendar. People aren't going to work that day.
Yeah, they won't be going to work for like 3 days, bro.
Yeah, that's true. So, I know, but no, just finally, dude, because man, they've been pushing this game back. They pushed it back for like 2 years already.
Yeah.
So finally, people actually got to play back the multiplayer beta about like a month ago. No, I think it's less than a month ago, like 3 weeks ago, when the open multiplayer beta came out. People were very happy on the gameplay and stuff like that, and the aspect of the game.
Yeah.
So we'll see where the campaign leads up to. Reference from the trailers that we first got like years ago and stuff like that. See where that goes, where Master Chief, the main protagonist, takes us pretty much this time around.
Which
will be very exciting.
Yeah, but like you said, it's like with the beta that they just released for people to be able to play. And people were just happy with that. What was 343 Industries planning on releasing a year ago or however long ago it was? Like, and what we have now, yes, I get it. It is an improvement. They probably did make tweaks here and there. But if you really think about it, like the timeline that they set up for like announcements and when it was supposed to be released and obviously the pushback and stuff, what were they originally going to release? Because
it was supposed to release, like honest to God, they were supposed to release last year before the holidays, 2020. Holidays.
Exactly.
But, a little bug released in the world, and that caused massive delays. Probably massive like shift around staff because people missing and stuff like that. So, okay, I mean that's understandable. Same thing happened to Bungie. That's why they pushed back Witch Queen a whole fucking season, pretty much a whole 3-4 months back. So I completely understand why and stuff like that.
No, okay, I get that. But imagine, okay, now let's say Corona did not happen. The virus was not happening. This whole pandemic was not happening. What were they going to release?
Because that's true. Because it doesn't seem like they were prepared. Like when they gave the first initial date for 2020, it didn't look like they were ready. I get what you mean on that aspect, yeah.
And at one point, I'm pretty sure that it was just going to be the campaign. It wasn't going to be multiplayer.
It wasn't going to be multiplayer. No, other way around. I think it was supposed to be multiplayer coming out first, and then campaign coming later down the line. I think something like that. Something like that. It was one of those. Yeah.
But still, it's like, what were they going to release? Like, that's what I want to know. Like,
yeah. Like, what was their actual initial schedule to like what were they bringing out? Yeah,
sure. Like
that would have been nice to know. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. It's all new, all old news.
Yeah.
You are just like, oh, thank God, we have a date. All right, cool. Can't wait for it, dude.
I know.
Type of attitude. So
I don't know.
it's funny because I think that's the same date as well. We hate bringing it back to Destiny, right? Because that's when Bungie's 30th anniversary expansion thing comes out as well. That's the same date.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because even in Archon, we have big Halo fans and still very committed Destiny fans. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, dude. Like the same brains are like competing against each other, pretty much.
Yeah. All right. And next we have Matrix Resurrection.
Oh man, dude, the excitement people had,
the nostalgia.
Once we heard the news, this was like, I think we heard the news that they were making a new one about a year ago. Like, legit, a year ago, it was rumored that Keanu Reeves signed the contract to make a new Matrix movie. We just didn't know what it was going to be called. We just knew it was going to be Matrix 4 or something like that, or a soft reboot or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's going to continue on from the story from where 3 left off. 3 is considered one of the iffy ones out of the Matrix movies, out of the trilogy, the original trilogy. But this one is looking good, dude. One, because the updated in CGI and like technology to make these type of movies, especially is far exceeded in advance, where like all this stuff looks ridiculously good, honestly.
100%.
I only watched No,
go.
I was gonna say I feel like I haven't watched a Matrix movie in so freaking long. And the last one I watched was the first one because I think that's my favorite one, of course.
100%.
But yeah, like this is gonna be freaking cool to watch for sure. Keanu Reeves, especially him looking like fucking John Wick.
So that was my thing. When I was just watching the trailer, I'm like, are we sure this is Matrix or is this just another
John Wick movie? It's John Wick 4 confirmed.
Because he finally reached the point where his anger for his dog got so crazy he made abilities. He got
a crossover, bro. We found out that John Wick isn't actually in the Matrix. Oh my god.
And even besides Keanu Reeves, we get Carrie-Anne Moss back as Trinity.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. I'm like, yes. Fucking, I wish freaking what's his name? Something Fishburne came back as fucking Neo, dude. As what's his name? Fuck.
Mobius.
Whatever it is.
Morpheus or Mobius? I don't know, because there was that other game that we got we were getting the names confused too.
They sound, in my mind, they sound almost similar.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
I think Morpheus. It's Morpheus.
It's Morpheus.
Yes. You were right. I confused you. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, like you said, the trailer looks great. Obviously, with better technology, the CGI is much better. It's exciting to see, and again, the nostalgia factor, because I think I told you that The Matrix was like was the trilogy that like me and my dad were like very like confident in watching together. Like that was one.
That was my dad is the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like, all right, it's there. We can both watch it. We know. Type of attitude.
And besides the trailer, we also got a release date for Matrix.
I did not think we were going to
Resurrection. Me either. I was thinking like it was just a trailer and probably like a few more months before we got anything else. But no, we got a release date of December 22nd of 2021. So buy your tickets, pre-order, or keep an eye out for them, because I'm pretty sure this will be one of those movies where tickets will sell out fast the first few days.
Yeah. So this has to hit the right note, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has to bring the nostalgia for those old people who recognize this series, pretty much the Matrix series and stuff like that, to bring them back. Also, like to bring new people back as well. Like you want to introduce more. Like you didn't want to bring the whole entire cast, and like some of the new people or younger generation will know who the fuck they are, right? Type of thing. But there's gonna be I don't want to say it like this, but there's gonna be some like Gen Zs and be like, oh, that's John Wick. Be like, no, fucker. No, it's not.
Learn your history,
Neo, bro. Like type of, you get me. So there's gonna be like that.
There's no John Wick without Neo.
Exactly. Straight up, bro. Fuck. From Speed as well. Fucking, I forgot what his name is.
Yeah.
Speed. Fuck. That's gonna be exciting though. Fuck. It just has to hit that fine line where it has to pretty much connect two different generations of fucking movies, pretty much like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't think they're gonna fuck it up though. Come on, it's kind of hard to
100%
mess up fucking Keanu Reeves' image.
Yeah, and
fucking legend.
Yeah, like you said, having the cool combination of old cast from Keanu and Carrie Ann to new cast as like Priyanka Chopra, Jessica Henwick, and Daniel Bernhardt, like.
Lewis? Oh no,
Daniel Day-Lewis. No, I wish that'd be cool to see.
That'd be fucking awesome, dude.
Daniel Day-Lewis and Keanu Reeves.
What a fucking combo, dude.
Yeah, and at this point, I want to know what the story was, because it seems like they wake up and they're in the Matrix
again. Yeah,
again.
Like Neo forgot that he was in the Matrix.
So was Trinity as well.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, dude. Like,
yeah,
where the story and all that stuff is leading up to.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It'd be very interesting to see how they tie it back to the old and bring in the new.
Yeah, dude. Talk about old, right?
Yeah, I know. Talk about old. We do have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic coming. Remake. Thank you. Coming specifically for a PlayStation 5 exclusive.
Unnecessary. Alienating fucking consumers, but an asshole move.
Well, that's not the only alienating that we're going to be talking about here in a few. So
that's going to be in a later story for sure. The last story.
Yes.
Or one of the last stories, sorry.
One of the last few, yeah. But yeah, so Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic is getting a remake, like I said, specifically for PlayStation 5. There is an official trailer. It is not much. It is only a minute long. But it is definitely a nice little 60-second thing that they put together to announce it, at least. There's no...
More like a teaser thing, like, hey, we're making this type of attitude,
yes.
Right?
Just keep an eye out for this. Yeah.
Most likely this game, I don't think it will come out next year. I think it's like an early 2023 type of thing.
Probably, because, yeah, it just...
I think they would like Dead Space, or they announced they showed a little bit of stuff here and there, sprinkled here and there.
Yeah.
And they won't come out until probably either really late 2022, like fucking holidays, or early 2023 for sure.
Well, I think Star Wars is very like notorious for doing that, where they announce one of their games and then it's like another year or more before like the actual gameplay and second trailers come out, because they put a lot of detail and a lot of like background information, like little Easter eggs here and there as well, within their game. So, and if you really think about it, like the whole Star Wars universe is so large and detailed, from like the different aliens and their abilities, the Siths and the Jedis and stuff. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
No, I mean, it's true. No, like you're right. Like their timeline is like kind of wonky sometimes, because I know some of the game, no, you're right, they do, never mind, not really thinking about it, they really do like announce a game and then like it takes them like a year and a half, a minimum, to like release gameplay or something of a game.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the thing though, they do it so right still that they still have a fan base.
That's
not true. Just because it is not just because it's Star Wars, but their games are so contentful.
Yeah, that's true. except for one, that we
don't
talk
speak about that
because,
one.
it was labeled as an EA type of situation.
Yeah. But I mean, Star Wars fans, here's another one for the books for you guys.
And hopefully this one is really fucking good,
Well, I mean, if it's a remake, I hope it's better.
It was a really fucking good game back in the day, so we'll see how much of a remake. Hopefully it's just not like we added new colors, boo, type of situation.
Here's new lighting. One extra light bulb in this corner.
New lighting, pay us $60 type of attitude.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's we put it into a new engine. This is what popped up for us. Like, we're adding new stuff as well, since this new engine can actually handle this new stuff. And here you go, like, type of things. Like, here's new skills, here's new things and stuff like that. Here's new creatures, maybe potentially as well, to fight and stuff. So hopefully we'll see that soon, but we won't.
Probably, hopefully.
We won't.
Yeah, we won't. Trying to stay optimistic for you guys, but we won't.
Just opposite, bro. Shit. We'll see.
Yeah. Here is where me and Leche will probably nerd out for the rest of this episode. So to start it off, we finally get a gameplay trailer for God of War 5 Ragnarok.
Oh my goodness, dude. Where's Andre when you need him?
I know. We should have gotten him just specifically for this part.
Talk about fangirling, and dude, that motherfucker was probably like, oh my God, dude, finally. Type of attitude.
Yeah. He sent that in the group chat, wasn't it? He sent that in our group chat.
He's like, yo, oh my God. They actually dropped the trailer.
Yeah. No, well, I don't blame him. Like, it was something since God of War 4 that we were all just anticipating.
Well, I mean, all these trailers, dude, it's because, I think yesterday was PlayStation Play, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's why all these trailers and all this announcements came, and they're all PlayStation specific games itself.
Yes.
So that's why there's like a lot of hype about all these fucking games, because they're like, Sony is getting all these studios that love to make fucking games like this, like God of War and like first person narratives games, pretty much, which are fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Like, behind these companies are actual nerds creating this stuff. You get me? It's not just another graphics guy, another voice actor. Like, all of these companies creating these next few games that we've been talking about or are going to be talking about, like, are actual nerds and fans and actually put all their soul into it. Like, and it shows with the games, right?
Oh, 100%. You can see like the amount of like passion and like how much fucking art is going into these fucking games. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, dude, looking at this gameplay for this fucking game, man, you could tell like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, they waited for a fucking reason to like bring a trailer out. I'm like,
oh yeah.
And I think they might be using that new engine, dude. That engine, Unreal Engine 5 for this game.
I think so. It kind of looked like it, right?
Yeah, it looks fucking crazy good. And just seeing fucking, what's his name?
Atreus. Atreus, his son?
Atreus, yeah. Or Loki.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
We like don't him know being
yet. Actually older in the trailer, and we hear his voice actor for the first time when he's an older adolescent, per se. It's kind of nuts to me. I'm like, oh man, fuck. Okay, cool. We're progressing throughout the years with this kid. Oh shit. That's gonna definitely be fucking awesome to see that. Yeah,
well, not even just seeing Atreus grown up a little bit, since I'm pretty sure he's a teen now compared to when he was a kid in God of War 4. We still see Freya is still extremely mad about her, spoiler, about her son's death in God of War 4 and how she's still hunting them and attacking them. We see more of her abilities, more than just the spell casting and the magical potions she creates. She's like her shape-shifting form. We see newer enemies. They were like toad people.
This God of War is definitely gonna dive into more in the Norse
mythology. Yeah,
Norse mythology.
Like we got a little bit last time, but like now we will be seeing,
and I hope so, dude,
a lot more. Yeah, because
the fucking name itself, Ragnarok. So I'm expecting to see some crazy fucking Norse gods. Like, of course, we're gonna see like
Thor.
Fucking we're gonna see Thor. Like that's 100%, dude.
Norse, yeah. Freya is Norse as well. Because wasn't Freya
that serpent dude? What's his name? Fuck, he's from Norse mythology as well. Fuck, I can't remember the names. God damn it. It's all good. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about though, right? That serpent, that big ass serpent that they fight.
The world serpent?
Yeah. He isn't he like from Norse mythology as well?
But he was in God of War 4.
That's what I'm saying.
Game? Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. I was going off of like, they introduced.
Okay. Yeah.
I was
so confused. I was so confused for a second.
I'm hoping to see new creatures from the, like we said, like Norse mythology.
Yeah, well, I mean, besides Thor, that we still haven't fully seen what he looks like. We've just seen his hand and his hammer right next to his leg or whatever.
Chris Hemsworth, dude. I don't want to show his face.
It's literally just like an actual picture of his. Everything else is still cartoon-like, but it's a real-life picture of Chris Hemsworth's face just moving around. And it's like, do you know what the Canadians look like in South Park?
No.
Where like their bottom mouth is like separate from their top half of their head. So when they talk, they're just a space.
Yeah.
Like that's how they make it.
I think I know what you're talking about. Fuck.
One thing that I saw that I thought was really cool was seeing that some enemies that we might be fighting are getting sent directly at us via Bifrost.
Bifrost, yeah.
So that's was cool to see the whole rainbow beam come down and someone just run out of it and at you. And even besides that, we get another type of God of War, also from Norse mythology, which is Tyr. So he's pretty much what some of the story might be surrounding by. He is also, I believe, a giant or part giant in this game. So not all giants are dead from what we saw in God of War 4.
I think that was the whole premise, right? They're out to look for him.
And because even Odin thinks he's dead or something, or is trying to like keep him hidden from whatever. I don't know. It's just a lot, and the trailer, and it's exciting, and I can't wait.
I can't wait to see like how this and or just the whole story, dude. This game is all about the story.
100%.
Like there's nothing.
From the beginning.
Gameplay is separate, like completely. This is a game you can differentiate. Like gameplay is good, story is good. Like no, this I think it's like a good blend of fucking both.
You need both to support the other, because if not, it's just whatever.
All splat.
100%. And for this one, like we said, it is still PlayStation exclusive. And as of right now, all we really have is coming in 2022. So hopefully there is no setbacks for that or any delays. But definitely keep an eye out if you are a big God of War fan like we are. All right. Next, Spider-Man, the movie No Way Home. We kind of got a little confirmation on a little leak on who another actor might be in the film. Pictures, and I guess there was like a 3-minute video that was leaked. People took pictures or screenshots of one of the scenes, And as they were posting it, they were getting flagged for copyright issues by Marvel and all this stuff. So if something is getting copyright stricken, it is most likely something real that cannot be shared. Because if it was faked, photoshopped, or whatever,
they would just leave it because it's just conspiracy. They're like,
exactly. So with this specific image and these specific clips that were released and spilled and leaked, or whatever you want to call it, they kind of put out there that Andrew Garfield is pretty much confirmed to be in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, fucking yeah, dude. So it's happening, dude. The crossover is happening. It's happening. We just don't know in what capacity.
2/3 of it is happening. We're still not sure about the other 1/3 being Tobey Maguire.
Oh my goodness, bro. Fuck. That would be so dope if he does. Just make an appearance, bro. He doesn't have to say anything, but they gotta show his face, like, hopefully it's not just. It's not like they put a Spider-Man and they put put his fucking voice. Like, I don't want that. I want to see his fucking face,
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, if it is Tobey Maguire, we actually see him still in the Spidey suit and not just some voiceover that they dubbed or whatever to make it sound like him.
I hope they don't do that because that would be lame. I'm like, oh man, missed opportunity, man.
So I mean, yeah, this is definitely exciting to see. Not only do we have an idea of what our 5 possibly antagonists are going to be for the film, and the situation, obviously. Now we have an extra protagonist for the film. So
yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome. God damn it, dude, this is gonna be one of those Marvel movies to go fucking watch in the theater. Like, I don't want to watch this at home. Like, this 100%. Is something you gotta go. Just like Shang-Chi, dude. I don't think I want to see it here at home.
No.
I definitely want to go to the movie theaters to go and see it for sure.
Oh yeah. We gotta plan something. I thought we were gonna go today.
I mean, we could.
We'll see, because I have stuff to do. And besides that little leak confirmation about Andrew Garfield, we also got a Spider-Man 2 official reveal trailer, also through the PlayStation Showcase. Which looks dope as hell, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, yeah.
Graphics are still there, slightly better from what we had with the Miles Morales.
Knows how to make a fucking game, bro. They know how to make a Spider-Man game, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't trust no other fucking company to make a Spider-Man game other than them, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible the way they make these games.
So from... Obviously, we had Peter Parker in our first one. We had Miles Morales as our second one. And for this one, it looks like we have both. So my little assumption is you could probably do 2 different types of campaigns. Your main solo campaign, and hopefully there's like a co-op type of campaign where one is Miles and one is Peter. And all.
Fucking awesome, yeah.
Because a lot of the moves that they were doing looked very co-op-ish.
Yeah, like pull off combos off each other and stuff like that. It looked like that.
Or if it isn't, it's just kind of like the whole Batman, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City type of game was, where you could, as you're in the middle of fighting, you could switch back and forth from one Spidey to the other, kind of like in Batman. You could beat Batman, switch to Robin or Nightwing, or switch to Catwoman and stuff.
Most likely it's that. So.
Most likely it's that, but we can only hope that there's like a possible co-op type of aspect to it. And even besides the whole fighting and those updated graphics a bit, we do get to see a little bit of Venom right at the end of it. So Venom is now coming into video game Spider-Verse.
That's gonna be fucking dope to see in that game, dude. Oh man, he's gonna be the main antagonist. There's no fucking way he's not.
Oh, 100%.
That's gonna be awesome, bro. And on top of that, dude, fuck, you get to fight him with both Peter Parker and fucking Miles, dude. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna, oh man. And it sucks because, you know, here's the release date for you guys. There is no release date. They're planning it to come out in 2023 though. So it's probably in development right now and stuff like that. So they're probably trying to think of a good story, good timeline and stuff like that for this. So
how to get both of them to interact with the environment and not just one specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah,
like I mean that's big, dude.
Honestly, it's huge. I mean, like Spider-Man has been. I remember like when Spider-Man was one of those characters where it's like, oh, I'm a Captain America fan. I'm an Iron Man fan. I'm Hulk, and I'm like, yeah, I like Spider-Man, and everyone will like look at you weird for liking Spider-Man. And now everybody fucking loves Spider-Man and everyone's a giant Spider-Man fan.
At this point, it's like Spider-Man is probably in your top 3 favorites for everyone, usually.
Yeah, and it's like...
One, because he's like, if you think about it, he's like the most... It's like an average kid turning into a fucking superhero, pretty much. Mm-hmm. That's why. Well, it depends what Peter Parker or Miles you're grabbing, right?
Yeah.
Because some Peter... In some comic books, he's older, so he's like an older Peter Parker and stuff like that. So he's been already doing crime fighting for fucking years and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's the cooler one.
That's the cooler one.
That's the cooler one.
But even still, then like, I didn't play Spider-Man Miles Morales, the last one. I watched it. I watched it completely, and just watching it and seeing like where he lived, his background, how he interacted with people, it's not just specifically him, you got me? Because even where we grew up, mostly me in Chelsea, like that's not far from what really kind of happens if you know your community. The weird Spanglish that you'll occasionally get. So
it's like he hits a little different tone because he's a little bit more. Oh, what's the word? What is it called? More relatable. There you go.
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's cool to see. I'm very excited for this to see where they're going with games, the movies. Like, I don't know. It's exciting.
Oh, to say the least, yeah, it's exciting, man. Like, come on. All this stuff, all this news dropped. PlayStation doing it right when they're fucking showcase this time around. Like, hyping everything up and stuff like that. Even though some of these stuff we won't see until the end of next year. Still, dude, the hype is there for sure, though.
Oh, 100. I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I know that's it for what we have now. I know we kind of rushed through it a little bit, but like it was just a lot that we really wanted to just touch on.
There was more too that I wanted to include onto this stuff. But it's stuff like we're both not too interested in
or know much about the story.
Yeah, we're like, oh, I'm not too familiar with this, or like this game is way too out there for me. Like I need to like really dive into the trailers to like really get a comprehensive like analysis on what I'm seeing type of situation. So for sure, very interesting showcase by PlayStation this time around this year. So
100%. And I'm pretty sure you could go back and like watch the showcase and everything else that they probably announced as well. So yeah, that's it from me. Do you have anything else you want to add?
For now, yeah, I'm done too. Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause. All right, Leche, where can people find you?
People can find me at Leche Minuesa at Instagram, or you guys can follow me at twitch.tv/technofreak95.
And then you guys can follow me on Instagram and also on twitch.tv at 1alphapenguin. You guys can follow the podcast on Instagram and subscribe to us on YouTube. Well, Instagram is at takeasip_pod. The YouTube is youtube.com/takeasip. As always, the logo that we have for the podcast are the logos for all the social medias that we have. So please go like, comment, subscribe, give us feedback. We really enjoy feedback, how we can improve. If you listen to our first episode, where we are now is a tremendous improvement. It's been a massive upgrade. But as always, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.